What's up, America? You know what time it is? It's 12 o'clock. It's time for the most exhilarating, electrifying daytime cookie show out there with my good friend who needs no introduction. Zero introduction. He's your big umbrella on that cloudy, stormy day. He's the righter of wrongs, the guru of grilling, your barbecue dad, Jody Flanagan.
What's up, America? It's Lunch Break presented by RECTEQ Grills. We thank you so much for joining us today. We really do appreciate it. Man, if you could smash that share button, give us a like, give us a love. And if you're tuning in on YouTube, make sure you ring that bell and subscribe to our channel. We've got a lot of awesome things coming up, so you don't want to miss out on that. We always like to start out the show with telling you guys, make sure you sign up for the newsletter. Because if you want to know about the Bullseye release, about the Matador coming back, about any other new products, behind-the-scenes access, recipes. You know, I just need you to go to recteqgrills.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the homepage, put your email in where it says become, sign up for the newsletter. It used to say become an insider, but now it says sign up for the newsletter. And that way you can get all of the information right to your inbox right away when we release it. But I am Jody Flanagan, your barbecue dad, and with me, behind the camera, on the ones and twos, the sexual chocolate himself.
Yeah,
Chef John Pinnell. Make sure you follow him on all social media because he's always doing something fun behind the scenes here at RECTEQ. We really do appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you smash that share button and give us a like, give us a love. Today, it's going to be a quick show. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I like to do things that way. We're just doing some pork chops today. Don't overthink it, guys. This is a fun, easy way to really crank up the flavor of your pork chops. John, do you like pork chops?
Did we have a black president?
Shoot, yeah, we did.
Shoot, yeah, we did.
44th.
44th,
that's right.
That's
hey,
right.
I know my numbers.
You
that's
did.
right. But I've also got, come on over here, and this recipe is going to be available, recteqgrills.com/lunch break. I've also got some Brussels sprouts, roasting away in some bacon, apples, a little bit of apple sauce, as well as that Ray's warm apple pie rub. So that recipe will be available at recteqgrills.com/lunch break. We encourage you to sign up because you can get those recipes right in your inbox.
That's right.
Who wouldn't want a recipe
I mean, come on,
inserted and shoved into your inbox?
That's the proper place to put the
right?
recipes.
That's
inbox.
where I like to shove stuff, is in my inbox. Yeah? All right. But also want to remind you guys, we've got a great Funday Friday episode coming up this week. We're giving away an RT700. What? You just now hearing that? We're giving away
that's right.
an RT700, the flagship, the number one, the best grill. I've got it in my house. John's got 3 or 4 of them at his house. But it's the favorite grill around here. And you can win yourself an RT700 and gift it to somebody or keep it. Just check out last Funday Friday. Watch that whole episode, and we tell you exactly what to do to enter yourself in to win that amazing RT700. We're also teaming up with our friends at Dirty Girl, giving away a Dirty Girl prize pack, both on Facebook as well as Instagram. So make sure you go back and check out those posts as well. Those postesses, John?
Those postesses.
Did I forget anything?
No, you killing it, as usual.
Hey, guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hate, if you've got all the hate in the world, put it in the comment section down below. That is your place to release and just let out everything on the inside of your body and just decompress from the world. That's why we invented the lunch break here at RECTEQ, to break up the monotony and give you something to look forward to each and every day at 12 noon Eastern Standard. So we really do appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, these pork chops I'm going to do couldn't be easier. These are bone-in. They're about 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick. Now, why would I get such a thick pork chop? Well,
that's a good question.
That gives me a little bit more room for error without having to dry these out. You know what I'm saying? So if these were much thinner, our room for error would be very, very small. With these thicker pork chops, our room for error is much, much wider, and we have less of a chance of drying these pork chops out. Now, because we're using a RECTEQ pellet grill, we don't have to worry about these drying out.
Nope.
The pellets are going to release an amazing amount of moisture and smoke flavor in that chamber, and it's going to flavor, tenderize, moisturize, sexify those pork chops, make them absolutely delicious. Okay? All right. Again, I wanted this recipe to be very easy. We are going to be using the RTB380 today. And I put We want it at about 475 degrees. I've got a cast iron Dutch oven in there.
Ooh.
We're actually going to put those pork chops right on that Dutch oven. Now, I've got some of that Colden's Freakin' Greek Rub available at RECTEQgrills.com. That's what I'm initially seasoning these pork chops with. I didn't put any binder or anything on there, guys. The pork had enough moisture on the outside to where all of that sauce and rub, you can tell, is sticking. I've got a little bit of wind going on my starboard bow, and you guys can see that. But all of that seasoning sticking just fine on there. We're also going to hit it with a little bit of that RECTEQ Dirty Girl Bloody Mary rub. I wanted a little bit of heat in there, just a little bit, and it's also going to give it great color. But smash that share button. Give us a like. Give us a love. John, we got any good questions out there from our
Jody,
folks?
how do you feel about boneless pork chops? Do you find that the bone are better, or how do you feel about that?
I don't know if they're better. I guess that's a personal preference. But if you can't find bone-in, boneless work just fine. I like bone-in. I really feel like that bone leaches out a little bit of moisture and flavor during the cooking process, and it makes my food taste amazing. But that's just what I believe.
Jody, we have a ton of people out here that have pork chops in the refrigerator. They're doing them tonight.
Cool. But come on over here, country. We're in the RTB 380. I've got that Dutch oven. We're sitting at about 450 degrees. Now listen, you hear that sizzle. You hear that deliciousness cooking. So we are gonna brown these chops up on the outside pretty quickly here. And then we're gonna make a little sauce in this Dutch oven as well. And then we're gonna put the pork chops back in there, and we're gonna baste it in that sauce. And we're gonna make some delicious honey garlic pork chops today for lunch break. Smash that share button. Give us a like, give us a love. Who doesn't like a honey garlic flavor? It's absolutely amazing.
Honey and garlic, that's like
peas
and carrots.
Right, it's like peanut butter and marshmallow fluff.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, it just goes together so well.
Peanut butter, banana, and marshmallow
hazelnut
fluff.
and celery. You know, they just go together. You know what I'm saying? But smash that share button. Give us a like, give us a love. John, you got some amazing questions out there.
Yes.
I know you do.
Yes.
But hit me with one.
Jim, Top Fam Jim asked, could you use the griddle instead of a Dutch oven for this?
So no, because I want to make a little bit of a sauce, and I also want to baste that pork chop in that sauce as well. So that higher rim Dutch oven, or you could use a cast iron skillet, it would work just as good. But that flat top griddle, it doesn't have a very high lip, and it's also pretty wide. So all of that liquid would just spread out all over the flat top griddle and not really serve the purpose that you want it to. John, you got another good question?
Yes, Matt asked, how do you manage / maintain the temps in the smoke box accessory?
So the smoke box, it uses the exhaust from the RT700. So that means you can set the RT700 at 250 degrees, and it's going to hold 250 degrees solid in the chamber, okay? And then the exhaust goes into the smoke box and then exits out of the smoke box. So at about 250 degrees, you're looking at about 200 to 220 at the top level, about 180 to 160 at the middle level, and about 150, to 140 at the bottom level. But that's why we got the dials on there, and it does take a little bit of working, to establish, good numbers on there and figure out where your temperatures are going to be at in those levels. But man, that smoke box, it's awesome. I love to do salmon, jerky. I love to hang summer sausage from that top rack. My wife Becky, she'll take out the top 2 racks and put a big pot of chili in there when we're cooking some steaks or hamburgers or chicken breast or something. A lot of folks will use it for oyster roast, smoked salt, cheeses. Yep. I mean, there's just a gambit of things that you can do in that. But we're going to come back over here. We're going to check on those pork chops. Again, you can hear that sizzle. You can hear that Dutch oven doing its job. And all of that brown stuff down there at the bottom, guys, that's what we want. That's what we want to develop. So we're shooting for an internal temperature of about 125, 130 degrees on these. We don't want to overcook them again. They are thicker pork chops, so they are going to take a little bit longer to cook than your thin sliced pork chops. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to take them out of that Dutch oven. We're going to let them rest, and then we're going to build our sauce. And our sauce essentially is going to be a tablespoon of butter, 1/4 cup of your favorite vinegar. I used rice wine vinegar today. 1/4 cup of chicken stock, 6 cloves of garlic minced, and then a 1/4 cup of honey. We're going to mix all of that together. We're going to let it bubble. We're going to let it reduce down into an amazing sauce for our pork chops. Then we're going to add our pork chops back into it. We're going to baste them for another couple minutes, get that internal temperature up to about 140, 145 degrees, a good medium temperature on the inside, and they're going to taste absolutely amazing. Again, that cold as freaking Greek rub and that Dirty Girl Bloody Mary rub give it great flavor anyway. You could take these pork chops right now, just throw them on the grill, okay? 400 degrees plus, you know, about 6 to 8 minutes aside, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. John, you got another good question for us?
Yes. Could you do this recipe in a cast iron skillet and tell what the difference would be if you did it in a cast iron skillet?
Yes, you can most definitely do it in a cast iron skillet for sure. We were talking about that earlier. I just had a Dutch oven closer to me, and I grabbed the Dutch oven first. But yes, you can most definitely do this in a cast iron skillet. But that cast enamel Dutch oven, you know, is going to be a great environment, a great tool for us today on that RTB380. Guys, make sure you check out RECTEQgrills.com. We got a lot of amazing things up on that website. We encourage you to go check it out. Make sure you smash that share button. Give us a like. Give us a love. And if you're tuning in on YouTube, make sure you ring that bell and subscribe to our channel because we got a lot of great things coming up. But don't forget, we're giving away an RT700 this Funday Friday. And we're also having our annual RECTEQ employee hot dog eating contest. That is something you do not want to miss.
That's right.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be filled with fun, food, friends.
That's it.
Fellowship.
Yes.
And then fast eating.
Fast eating.
Fs.
The 5 Fs.
5 Fs that you need. But John, you got another good question out there?
Yes, Adam asked, do the pellets actually add moisture to the cook? He says he loves doing shanks, but he fears drying them out.
Absolutely, absolutely. The pellets contain about 10% of moisture. And when they're burned up, that is thrown into your cooking chamber and mixed around, and that can actually moisturize your food for real. All right, so we're going to take these bad boys off of there. And we're going to put our other pork chops on there now. And again, you guys can hear that sizzle. You can see that caramelization. That's exactly what we want. We want that browning, because when we put our chicken stock, our honey, our garlic, and our vinegar in there, we're going to break up all of those delicious little brown pieces. And that's going to incorporate a lot of flavor into our sauce that we're making in our Dutch oven today. But we're cooking on the RTB380. It's an amazing grill, available at RECTEQgrills.com, retailing until demand says so. Retailing for $3.99.
Okay, Jody.
Right at RECTEQgrills.com. It's got a 15-pound hopper, 2-year warranty, newly added PID controller, newly added stainless steel barrel. That thing is bad to the bone. I love it. It's my weekday workhorse. I would sign up for the newsletter if you would like to purchase one of those. RECTEQgrills.com. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the homepage. Put your email in where it says sign up for the newsletter. And guys, make sure you smash that share button. Give us a like. Give us a love. We're cooking pork chops today. Spread the pork chop love all over the internet. And we're here live at the RECTEQ Grills worldwide headquarters in beautiful Evans, Georgia, as always. John, you got another good question for us?
Yes. Could you use pork loin for this recipe instead of pork chops?
Absolutely. You could slice that pork loin up and use those, you know, substitute it for the pork chops. Absolutely. That's a great idea, without a doubt, John. Another good question?
Yeah, Kevin Boomer wants to know.
What's up, Kevin? Graduate, June 2020 class.
Kevin Bomber. He would like to know when we're going to do some more wild side recipes for lunch break.
Well, when we re-release that wild side, we will be doing those wild side recipes, Kevin. So make sure you stay tuned. But you guys can see again, we're rolling at 475 degrees. We got that Dutch oven, that cast enamel Dutch oven on the inside. It's helping us brown and caramelize the outside of those pork chops. And again, that's just adding flavor. We seasoned it with the Dirty Girl Bloody Mary rub, the Colden's Freaking Greek, and then we threw it in that pan. That pan's nice and hot. It's caramelizing the outside of that meat, creating flavor. Then we're going to create a sauce on the inside of that Dutch oven. That's going to be another layer of flavor. Then when it comes out, we're going to season it another time, and that's going to create another layer of flavor. We're just building layers of flavor. John, you got another good question?
Yes, I do. They wanted to know, Craig Linhart wanted to know, how often do we come up with new rubs and spices?
Not very often, Craig. We usually like to come up with something and kind of stick to it, you know. That way we can build recipes around that seasoning, but not very often. man, we rolled out those new seasonings probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and then we just changed up a couple of them. So.
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
Okay, cast iron skillets and Dutch oven. Which ones do you recommend to get? Like which brand? are we
Both of them,
rocking
man.
with?
Because which brand?
Yeah.
Oh, I like the Lodge cast iron skillet. This is actually a Dutch oven from the Amazon. What's the Amazon brand?
Oh,
it's like Amazon, not Prime, but Amazon Home or something.
Yeah, Amazon Home. That's it.
Right. So that's where we got this one. But again, we're just caramelizing the outside, cooking it down to an internal temperature of about 120, 130 degrees. Again, once we cook these pork chops, we're going to put them on our cutting board here and let them rest while we build our sauce. Easy peasy. Easy. This recipe couldn't be easier, guys. But it just takes that normal pork chop that you're just going to grill, season and grill, and it kind of elevates it a little bit. It RECTEQifies it. But we've got some good caramelization. And again, the browning down there at the bottom of that pan, that's what we want. We want a lot of that. So the more seasoning you kind of put on there, the more browning and caramelization you're going to get. John, you got another good question?
Yeah, Tony would like to know if you were going to add a little bit of heat to this dish, what kind of peppers would you use to
Absolutely,
spice it up a
absolutely.
little bit?
Some serrano peppers would work as well. Some jalapeno peppers, some habanero. Just depends on your level of heat. But yes, when we're building our sauce, that would be a really good time to add some of those peppers or chili powder or red pepper flakes. You know, would even elevate and add a good amount of heat for you. But yeah, I would definitely encourage that if you like that heat. Me, I'm a sweet and savory kind of guy, so I don't really like the heat too much, so that's why we're just keeping it basic. But guys, you could turn this into a crazy recipe of yours just by adding the things that you like. John, you got another good question?
Yeah, top fan Matthew asks, where do I find that apron?
Oh man, Matthew. So we get this question every video, guys. I want you to follow me on social media. You can check out my Instagram bio. I have a link in there for this apron. I also have a link in the bio of my TikTok account. So make sure you follow me on social media, BBQ_dad on TikTok and BBQ Dad Jody on Instagram. And there's a link in my bio for this exact apron. If you're interested in it, make sure you use the link. That way we get credit here at RECTEQ Grills. John, you got another good question?
Yes, Van Boston asks, what temp are we cooking this stuff at?
So we're at about 475 degrees right now in the RTB 380, and then 350 degrees over here in the RT 700, where we have some Brussels sprouts, bacon, some golden delicious apples, a little bit of applesauce, and then we seasoned it up with that Ray's warm apple pie as well as that Colden's Freaking Greek. But we're rolling right along at about 350 degrees, and it's going to take about 30 to 45 minutes to fully cook those Brussels sprouts and make them nice and delicious. We'll add a awesome balsamic reduction to that. Make it taste absolutely amazing.
Oh, yeah,
Let's go over here to these pork chops and check them out. You can hear that sizzle. You can hear them crisping up and caramelizing, creating amazing flavor here. And again, all of that brownness, all of that darkness down there at the bottom, that's exactly what we want.
Darkness.
But if you want to check the internal temperature, make sure you have a meat probe thermometer. And we're sitting at about 110 degrees on these, so we're going to let them go just a little while longer, but not very much longer. So once we take those pork chops out, what we're going to do is we're going to add about 2 tablespoons butter, unsalted.
Okay.
We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of my favorite rice wine vinegar, about a 1/4 cup chicken stock, 6 cloves of garlic minced, and then a 1/4 cup of delicious honey. We're going to mix that all together. The less you add, the less time it takes for it to reduce. Okay, guys? So if you don't have a very long time, which I'm going to add minimal liquid to this when we get done, that way we get done a little bit quicker. But if you've got all the time in the world, you know, you can put all the whole entire liquid in there and let it reduce down. It's just going to taste even better the more it reduces down. John, you got another good question?
This is a really good question. I've never actually seen this question before, so I'm going to give a shout out to Tim Owens. He asked, is this a vet-owned biz? And I guess he means veteran-owned business.
Yeah, that's right. So Ron was actually in the Army for a period of time.
Nice.
So yes, this is a veteran-owned business. And then Ray Carnes, our other co-founder, his father was actually in the military. He calls himself an Army brat.
Yeah,
so yes, I would definitely consider us a veteran-owned business without a doubt.
That's awesome.
But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Lunch Break presented by RECTEQ Grills. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you ring that bell and subscribe to our channel. Doing honey garlic pork chops today. Absolutely amazing. Cooking them in a Dutch oven, cast iron skillet on the inside of the RTB 380. We're knocking it out of the park.
Knocking it out of the
using the ultimate blend pellet, red oak, white oak, hickory, mixed together perfectly to give you that most amazing amount of smoke flavor. We're going to pull these pork chops off right here. We've got the RTB 380 sit at 475 degrees. It's rolling right along. So now what we're going to do is we're going to build our sauce for our delicious pork chops. Okay? So what we need to let that pan heat up good and hot because we want all that stuff to reduce down. So we're just going to let it heat up just a little bit. John, you had a great episode last night.
Oh, man, it was
Backyard
so
and
much fun.
Beyond.
Yeah, we killed it.
You know, what did you guys do?
Did you not watch, Jody?
Well, I'm trying to create a conversation between you and I, John, for the folks at home. Of course I watched.
We did Moroccan chicken.
Oh, you did Moroccan chicken.
Yeah,
How did
it was
that
so
turn out?
delicious in the Matador, Moroccan chicken in the Matador. It came out awesome, bright, beautiful, full of taste and flavor.
I saw you were using saffron.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You know, a little saffron. I got it in the kitchen, so whenever you're ready to jump on into
That's
that
the most
saffron
expensive spice, of course,
It is.
in the
It
world.
is.
You know,
It
I
is.
used to date a girl named Saffron. Hey, all right, all right.
Jody, you're hilarious.
Okay, all right. You got another good question, John?
Yeah, Top Fan Jim would like you to go through the Brussels sprout and apple dish one more time.
Okay, Brussels sprouts with apples and bacon, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Cut your Brussels sprouts in half. Go ahead and throw in some already smoked, cooked bacon in pretty decent sizes. I've also cut up some apples, delicious apples. Put them in there. Put a little bit of applesauce in there, a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Seasoned it with that Ray's warm apple pie rub and Colden's freaking Greek. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We just threw it in there. And 350 degrees for about 30 to 45 minutes. But all you have to do is sign up for this recipe at recteqgrills.com/lunch break, and we will put that recipe right in your inbox. All right, so hopefully our Dutch oven is nice and hot now. Oh, man, we got some great caramelization down there at the bottom. Check that out, guys. We're going to put our butter down there. You can see it's quickly melting there. And that's what we want right there, okay? We want all that goodness down there at the bottom to come up. There we go, right there, Bo. That's right. That's what we want right there.
That's where that flavor's at.
That's that flavor savor, okay? All right, so now that we've done that, we scraped a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and put my garlic in here first. And we'll let our garlic cook down for about 30 to 45 seconds. Now we're only gonna do this until it becomes very fragrant. Once it becomes fragrant, we need to go ahead and hurry because we don't wanna burn that garlic. As you can see down there, most of all of our brownness we are scraping up, and it is going to go into our delicious sauce that we're making. This is a honey garlic sauce, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Country, can you smell that garlic yet? You can smell it? Okay, the garlic is, hey, what's up, guys? Taped in front of a live studio audience. Everybody watching us on lunch break.
Yeah.
So we've got that garlic smelling good. It's nice and fragrant. We're going to put
awesome
our
out here, Jody.
rice wine vinegar in there. We're going to put our chicken stock in there as well. And we're going to put about a quarter cup of honey, okay? Yum. We're going to blend that all together. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And this is what's going to make up our sauce. And we're just going to, and I also want to throw a little bit that Colden's freaking Greek in there. Just to give it a little bit of extra flavor, a little bit extra saltiness. Those herbs in there are gonna give it goodness. And we're just gonna let this sauce break down. We're gonna let it, man, we're probably gonna let it go about 5 to 10 minutes until it starts bubbling really well and looking real good and super thick. It's like I like my women.
Yeah.
But John, you got another good question out there?
Yes. People are asking about what the difference is between the beta Bullseye and the new Bullseye.
Well, you can actually purchase the new Bullseye soon. You can't purchase the old beta Bullseye. Oh, hey now. But no, the beta Bullseye, it has a UPID controller, and it is easier to assemble. The new Bullseye, the RTB 380, has the stainless steel barrel, the PID controller, and is easily put together. So the difference in the beta and the Bullseye are going to be the stainless steel barrel. Yep. Very good question. John, you got another good question out there for us?
The top fan Vince Smitka asked,
smash that share button, guys. Give us a like, give us a love.
are the bull horns on the Bullseye?
Absolutely, for sure. We've got a couple bull horns right here on this handle, and we got a couple of bull horns right there on that handle over there. So, of course, we can't stray away from what got us where we're at, of course. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is Lunch Break presented by RECTEQ Grills. Today we're doing a honey garlic pork chop. We're not cooking it on the grates. We're cooking it in a cast iron skillet and in a Dutch oven.
That's
All right. Now we're actually creating a sauce, a delicious honey garlic sauce right now. It's bubbling. It's melding. It's marrying together inside that RTB 380, and it's becoming thicker and more delicious. And it's increasing in power and flavor right now as we speak. But we're going to throw our pork chops back in there. We're just going to baste our pork chops in that delicious sauce. And that's going to give us great flavor. We seasoned it with the Colden's Freaking Greek as well as that Dirty Girl Bloody Mary rub. John?
Yes.
I see you over there. Looks like you got a good question.
I do. Adam West asks, Jody, why do you not cover the chops with foil while waiting?
Because that's how I live my RECTEQ lifestyle, man. I'm not worried about it.
Were you trying to let them rest on anything, or are you just going to go right back?
They're technically resting right now, but I'm going to throw them back in the grill. And they're going to heat back up, and they're going to absorb a lot of that sauce and a lot of that flavor. So I'm not really too worried about it right now. They're not resting, but maybe 5-7 minutes. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Don't overthink it, guys. Once you start overthinking it, cooking is not fun any longer, and cooking should be fun.
Okay, Jody, let's talk about 4th of July real quick. What are your plans for the 4th?
All right, so I don't have many plans. I just want to hang out with the family. I want to cook good food, and I want to see a firework or two. Okay. Not too many. A lot of these firework displays can get a little out of hand. You know what I'm saying? They can last 5 to 7 minutes. I want a minute or two of fireworks, and that's it. I'm done.
Really? You get overworked with the fireworks after
Not
about
overworked.
5-6 minutes?
It's just like, meh. You know, if you've seen one firework, you've kind of seen them all.
Honestly, I'm the opposite. I feel like let it explode. I like it when the ground shakes with them fireworks.
Right.
Like last year we were on the river for the 4th, and they had a waterfall coming off that bridge, the Aiken-Augusta Highway Bridge. Yeah, it was something.
Come on over here, country, and show everybody how that sauce is thickening up. You guys can see it bubbling, rumbling, and stumbling right now. It's starting to thicken up real nice. I'm talking real nice, y'all.
Yeah, it looks great.
So what we're going to do is we're going to add our pork chops back to it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And I'm sorry that I bought gigantic pork chops and only 2 can fit in this pan at a time. I do apologize, but we'll go 2 by 2. Now, just like a steak and butter, you know, you kind of want to baste it. You want all of those flavors to end up on every side of this steak, of this pork chop, excuse me. So you want to try your hardest to get all of that juice on top of there and baste both of these pork chops, which I'm not doing a very good job of, but that's okay. So we'll close it up. We'll close it up, and we'll be good to go. We're just going to wait another couple of minutes for that sauce to thicken up and for that pork chop to finish off. It's going to be absolutely amazing, John. Man. But what about you? What about you? Do you have any plans for the 4th of July? We're kind of keeping it open a little bit.
Do I have plans? I'm already locked in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I go with Brooke's family every year on the 4th.
Oh, man. Locked in.
Somewhere right outside of Milledgeville, and they cook a whole hog.
Oh, wow.
Old school. Not a RECTEQ. These guys are up all night with the coal, shoveling it, drinking
Sounds like
whiskey.
a lot of work.
Oh, yeah. It does a lot of work, but it's delicious. They make the Brunswick stew, so that's where I'll be for the 4th.
Absolutely. Milledgeville, huh?
Milledgeville.
Man, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with
Georgia College and State University,
that's
boy,
right,
I tell you.
But
guys, we really do appreciate you for tuning in for today's lunch break. We couldn't do it without you, so thank you so much for tuning in. Smash that share button. Give us a like. Give us a love. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you ring that bell and subscribe to our channel. We've got a lot of amazing videos coming out. I don't want you guys to forget, Funday Friday, this Friday, we're giving away an RT700. We're also crowning a new hot dog champ here at RECTEQ Grills.
Who's the old champ?
The old champ is Matt Lane.
Matt Lane.
Matt Lane. I can't remember how many hot dogs. It was probably like 60 or 70 hot dogs he ate.
Sweet black baby Jesus.
But he is relinquishing his crown, and he is not in the running.
He's retiring.
So we've got 6 new participants this year.
All right.
That you guys probably hadn't even met before. So we're really excited about that. we're pinning the customer service against warehouse staff
Oh,
on
buddy.
a 3-on-3 battle. So they're all going up
That's going to be good,
gauntlet
Jody.
style to be number one. And again, if you're number one, prizes of unspeakable value.
That's right. Bragging
You know,
rights.
Bragging rights.
Right.
You're probably going to get to go home early because, hey,
Parking spot.
we might give them a parking spot. I don't know. I don't know. But they're going to get, you are going to be able to see it live if you watch us and tune in to Funday Friday this Friday. It's going to be a hot dog episode, of course. We're going to be doing hot dogs.
Can't wait for
sausage dogs, deliciousness.
It's going to be great.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy, knocking it out the park for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're going to roll right into that hot dog. The annual RECTEQ hot dog eating contest is going to be absolutely amazing. Country, come on over here. Let's check these pork chops. Oh, yeah. And you can see them rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Deliciousness. That sauce is really starting to thicken up now. We'll put, we'll flip these bad boys in it, and then we'll check the internal temperature. Again, we're shooting for 140, 145. We don't want to overcook these bad boys. We're sitting at about 130, so we're going to wait a couple more minutes. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, guys. Don't overthink it. A lot of folks try to overthink it, and there's no need for it. When you start overthinking it, the cooking does not become fun any longer, and cooking is supposed to be fun.
That's right.
And that's
Jody.
what it's all about, you know.
Preach and preach, Jody. Preach.
John, you got another good question out there?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of debate on the pork temperature. Now, I know that old school USDA said 165, right?
Right.
But they've come out with new information since then.
Correct.
Jody?
You can cook your pork rare. You can cook your pork medium. But 165 is, of course, the USDA recommended. But we're going to take it to 145 because I don't want my pork to be dried out.
Right.
I want it to have a good bite to it,
Right.
good texture to it, little pinkness in the
That's
middle.
right.
And that's okay.
I thought the USDA said 145 now.
Oh, I'm sure they do now.
Yeah.
But I mean, 165 technically for everything.
Right. For every
you know,
chicken
it runs the
especially.
gambit.
That's right. Kills everything.
You definitely want to take poultry to 165. We like to take our poultry up to 170, 180 sometimes. But 145 is absolutely fine and perfect for these pork chops. Your pork loin, your pork tenderloin, and you're probably thinking, well, why do you guys take a pork butt up so high? Well, because we need to break that muscle down.
That's right.
We need to render that fat because at 145 it's just going to be way too tough, okay?
True story.
And it's not going to eat like a pork loin or a pork tenderloin. So you got to take it to that 195 to 200 degrees so it's nice and tender, it breaks up, and it's absolutely delicious. John, you got another good question for us?
Yeah, top fan Tony would like to know, can you smoke a brisket on the Bullseye?
Absolutely. We smoked a brisket the other day, Tony. You missed that Funday Friday episode. We encourage you to check back. Go watch that episode. But I cooked a, what was it, about 16-pound cow cattle company.
Man, that was so good.
American Wagyu
They
brisket.
killed that cow
Cooked it all
company.
night on the RTB 380. The only thing I did differently from the B380 to a 700 cook is I added a pan of au jus up underneath the brisket to kind of protect it.
It was so good,
because that
too.
RTB 380 only has one piece of metal between the meat and the heat. The 700, 340, 590, all of our other models have two pieces of metal between the meat and the heat source. So that gives it a little bit more protection. So I added another piece of metal with a little bit of au jus in it to protect that brisket. It turned out amazing. The top two briskets I've ever cooked were cooked on the version 1 RTB 380.
That's awesome,
John,
Jody.
you got another good question?
Yeah, Tyler Mitchell asks, once you pull the meat off the heat, about how many degrees do you think it'll rise? 5 to 10?
About 5, right. So we're going to take these bad boys out. These are ready. And you can see all that garlic, all that honey, that thick sauce. We're going to put these other guys in there. And it's just going to create a delicious environment for this pork just to absorb all of that flavor, all of that goodness.
That looks like some happy pork, Jody.
Right?
So happy.
But that pork was nice and pink. It had a pretty color to it when we opened it out of the package. Shout out to our butchers and our friends at Publix. They hooked it up today. But again, you just want to baste it. As that sauce gets thicker, it's going to start giving you more flavor. So we're going to leave that be, and we're going to come right over to these bad boys. They look absolutely amazing. Put a little bit of greenery on there, John.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just to fancy it up a little bit. Here's your one chance, Fancy Don't Let Me Down.
That's
a
right.
Reba McEntire song, for those of you who didn't know. We'll put a little bit of extra seasoning on there.
What are you going over the top with, Jody?
A little bit of that cold and freaking Greek.
Okay.
And then if you're feeling frisky, you can put a little bit of honey on your
Is that
cutting
for some
board
sauce?
That's right. We'll just make a little bit of a honey herb board sauce there. Come right on over here. And again, we let it rest already.
Tyrone Robinson says,
What's up, Tyrone?
that gravy and biscuit would be bomb.
Yeah, and in the car, Tyrone, come and get your All right, our garlic, honey, pork chops.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Guys, I need y'all to show Jody some love right now. I need to see some hearts. I need to see some thumbs up. I need to see some wow faces.
John, get over here.
All right, I'm coming. You don't have to tell me twice. Oh, buddy.
There you go, bud.
You got the board sauce on there, too?
Yeah, a little bit of honey, board sauce.
Yeah.
You know, feeling frisky. Guys, smash that share button. Give us a like, give us a love. If Chef John likes it, you know you'll love it.
You totally outdid yourself, my friend.
It tastes good, doesn't it?
Not even
little
good.
garlic,
It's
little honey.
It's delicious.
Little garlic, little
Knocked
honey.
it out the park.
Little sweet. Again, if you wanted to add some heat, like a jalapeno or chili powder or red pepper flakes, you can.
Wow, that's
I would
so
add it
good,
in the
Jody.
sauce.
Damn.
But this recipe is going to be available. RECTEQgrills.com/lunch break. I think
Wow.
our Brussels sprouts have finished as well. Again, this is our apple bacon Brussels sprouts. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. This recipe and the pork chop recipe are available at RECTEQgrills.com/lunch break. But I would love a balsamic reduction sauce with this. But we put applesauce and Ray's warm apple pie as our seasoning. So we're going to get a little bit of that cinnamon in there, a little bit of sweet. Again, you can add heat to this and it'll be fine. Ooh, it's hot.
Jody, that looks so good. Don't burn your frenulum.
You will.
Roger Dodger, top fan Roger Dodger says, easy peasy,
Check it out,
lemon
guys.
squeezy.
We probably only let that go for about 35 minutes. We'll probably let it go another 10 minutes and it's going to be good to go. But again, when it comes off and we go to plate it, we're going to hit it some of that balsamic reduction sauce. It's going to give it a little bit more sweetness, a little bit of a bite to it, so it's going to be a great flavor. But if you want to try, hands down, one of the best pork chops recipes out there, honey, garlic, pork chops. Guys, make sure you sign up, recteqgrills.com/lunch break. Man, and if you're watching us on YouTube right now, make sure you ring that bell. We would really appreciate a subscribe to our channel. John.
Jody, top fan Chris asks,
It's so
how
tender.
do you know when the sprouts are done?
All right. When you can give them the squish taste, or when you can poke them with a fork. You know, they're baby cabbages, essentially.
That's
So
right.
you just want them to be, some folks like them squishy, some folks like them crispy.
That's right.
It's all in how you like it. Me, I take my fork, and I give it a little squish test, and if it squishes under my fork, they're ready. That didn't squish too well, so we're going to do it about 10 more minutes. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. John?
I love it. No, they're just saying, top fan Ray saying, shoot, yeah, this ain't no game.
This ain't no game, boys. We're stepping up that flavor elevator.
That's right.
But look at these beautiful garlic, honey, pork chops. I mean, we overloaded it with the garlic. We overloaded it with the sweetness of the honey. These things are looking fire, son. Again, shooting for an internal temperature of about 145 degrees on these, okay? You don't want to overdo it. Again, we used a thicker pork chop, so we had a little bit wider range for air. Okay, so that's another good tip. But use good fresh pork, guys. Make sure you know where you're getting your pork from. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. John, to close this out, you got any other good questions?
Man, they are just saying how great this stuff looks, Jody. You are killing it.
Man, thank you
my
guys
friend.
so much. We really do appreciate it. Make sure you follow me on all social media. BBQ Dad Jody on Instagram. BBQ_Dad on TikTok. Jody Flanagan BBQ Dad on Facebook. Please give me a like, give me a follow. I know I'm at 5,000 friends at Jody Flanagan, but you guys can follow that page. Fortunately, I can't friend you because they max us out at 5,000, but you can follow that page, so make sure you follow me on that page as well. We really would appreciate it. Make sure you follow RECTEQ on all social media. That way, and set your notifications, you know? That way, you know when we go live each and every day, all the time. And if you want this recipe right in your inbox, if you want this recipe shoved and crammed in your inbox, guys, go to recteqgrills.com/lunch break and sign up to get this slammed right up in your inbox. Right, John?
That's right, my friend.
We love slamming stuff into people's inboxes. But we're not trying to be too spammy.
No.
You know?
We're trying to give you the goodness.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Guys, do not sleep on Funday Friday this week. It's going to be an amazing episode. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for lunch break, tomorrow for after hours, Thursday for lunch break, Thursday for Midnight Munchies, and then Friday for Funday Friday. We've got all the content in the world. We're bringing it to you. Why? Because you asked for it. We were bored during Coven. We said, screw it. Let's do this every day.
Let's do it.
Let's just do it.
Let's do it.
We pulled the trigger. Now we got to live with it. Now we got to do it every day for you guys. But no, we enjoy it. We have fun coming up with new and exciting recipes. It challenges us.
Yeah.
As culinary professionals, so we encourage
That's right.
the challenge.
We do.
And
we do.
the hurdles that the hoops we have to jump through. Below, any good questions out there? Nothing? Come on, Below. If you guys were in the comment section, Benjamin Lowe's out there moderating, so give him a thumbs up, give him a smile, give him a like. He's on a busted ankle.
It's National Social Media Day today, Jody.
God, it's National Social Media Day, so you know what you can do to celebrate that? Just smash that share button, give us a like, give us a love. Follow us on all social media. Set your notifications, that way you know when we go live. Tune in for Funday Friday. Sign up for the newsletter. Dirty Girl giveaway. Facebook, Instagram. Man,
yes,
I hit all the corners.
You hit all of them.
All right, guys, smash that share button. Give us a like, give us a love. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
And we'll see you at the RECTEQ.
Now's my turn to yell at these people. Sarah Starr, get out of my comment section. Donald Bob, what's up, Bob? Shave your beard, Bob. Ray McFadder, Kevin Slatke,
live your
Roger
life
Dodger,
the way you
Roger
like.
Dodger,
It's a RECTEQ
Vince
lifestyle.
Smitka, Cody Doss, Adam Bentley, J.C. Fanning, Mike Kaufman, Linda Moore, Richard Rector, Wes Adams, Adam Bentley, Chris Lafferty, Linda Moore, Top Band.